I'm going to be reading out few letters that I have been writing to my soul scribers. What do I mean by soul scribers? it's something it's something that I could connect with my words with people through my letter. Of course, the copy and the conversations will continue happening, but these little bit letters would be walking into the dashboard every now and then. One letter which is really close to me is Newton, pineapple, and Kaapi. Well, I definitely need to add a disclaimer over here. These names are just the names. I don't mean to hurt or make fun of anyone for that matter. Let me start reading the letter to you. I came across an ad talking about looking for future Tagores and Satyajit Ray. Well, Tagore was a polymath, a poet, a writer, a social reformer, playwright, a composer, and on the whole, a storyteller. How open are we about our children being one? Because we want them to be a mathematicians or scientists. Yeah, perfectly fine. But never want to pin their knowledge to a story, right? Not all teachers, I mean. But the teachers I have come across have always asked me, stop telling a story. It's not the teacher's fault, but it's the system, process, or syllabus we have grown up. And directing our next generation to the same pit again? Yes, we are. I have this dinosaur in me which slaps me or hugs me to wake me at 4 a.m. and kick me out of my bed to finish my learning, podcasting, writing, and working strategies before 10 or 11 a.m. in the morning. Well, of late, this damn creature is dating a bear, and they started hibernating, especially in the early morning hours. When I wake up, I see these animals talking to each other about their polar days and the Jurassic days. Well, hypnotizer are these two animals. Then I hug my butterfly and cradle back, and when the shutter of my eyes open, it is 6:30 a.m. already. And this time, yes, it is good enough to do the rain dance with my minion under the shower and pack the breakfast, lunch, and snacks to school. Well, I'm used to those early morning hours. Thanks to my schooling in Kendra Vidyalaya that we are used to our first class starting at 7:10 a.m. Yeah, I'm talking about this years back. I don't know how it is now. We need to have a goal if we want to wake up early. And for me, it was my Rosie darling. I was in love with her. And she was too. Stop your imagination. I know what you're thinking. I loved opening the tiffin box filled with Parle-G biscuit. Oh, I'm not promoting the brand though. But yes, I love these biscuits. And she loved the sound of the box. When I open the box. She loved the twinkle in my eyes and I loved her bushy dancing tails. Yes, you are right. It's my mongy baby, a lovely doggy baby. A paw? That was my motivation to wake up. And after that, the whole day used to be a story of unsaid words, of partiality, biases, or marks till 2 p.m. Yes, my school days. Owing to the defense background of my appa, he was working there. We children were picked and dropped back to our houses in our army buses or the trucks. Rosie used to wait for me, and I used to wait to see her because I felt that only she could connect with my stories. And with her unsaid words, through her twinkling eyes, mixed German shepherd, bushy tail. Not even in her rarest of dreams, she might have imagined a woman talking about Newton's law to her. But I cried my heart out to her that, Rosie, I don't know how to by heart these laws. And why on earth Newton sat under the apple tree? Why not on a pineapple one? So then he got his back porcupine and parked the discovery somewhere under the tree. I also remember sharing few equations with her, and she thought that I'm showing my love through laws and equations. Poor Rosie. Today, yes, the flashback story is over, and now, today, I was in my minion school, and as I was waiting for the children to parade out from their classes, my lollipop eyes fell on a book which a child had left it on the desk in the reception area by mistake. Almost after 22 years, I grabbed a 9th standard physics book and with answers in it. And to my surprise, it looked like a coffee table book. It didn't have any colors or the pictures or poetry or a story in it. Well, it was a physics book. It was loaded with equations and words maze. But today, I thought if not the black horse strings in my teens, I'm sure the platinum strings on my head will teach me something now. I never thought that I would be reading this book like I enjoy my Kaapi. Yes, the coffee. The subject is like a love hate relationship to me. I love the fact about learning new concepts, but the hatred with myself that I cannot understand the concept. But it looked as though Newton Maharaj was narrating a story to me about his discovery of three laws with Tenali Akbar, Birbal, and my Rosie, of course. And I understood F is equal to MA and a bit on, a couple of these equations. My question was I able to understand this easily today? Which I struggled. Yes, I struggled back in my Gurukul days, the school days. That's when I realized that anyone can understand any subject if it was taught in a way a child can understand. And that is definitely possible through stories. For example, just think about those historical monuments or temples or of those architectures which you have visited during your school days or in the vacation time in these places. They all spoke about geometry, algebra, shapes and sizes. Don't you think thousands and years back when these monuments were built, they knew mathematical physics or whatever concept? Where did these stories go? Have we dug it deep into the earth? I don't know. Stories need not be always a long one. One word has a powerful story within two. My story doesn't end here. Usually I'm in my jamas like that Peppa and Peppa Pig cartoon show. No, I'm not promoting Peppa too here. Same was the story when I and my better half dropped our product, my minion, into the school. I packed Idli's red chutney as per my daughter's instruction and her favorite puliogare for the lunch. And we both waved our tata and started back home. All of a sudden, both our eyes met each other and we didn't utter a word. Well, we just got into action. Yes, a romantic story when we saw two people eating masala dosa in a small restaurant. And we landed on the battlefield and had our date over a masala dosa. Each of us looking at one dog and a cat playing in the parking lot. Okay, curse me not. This is how our romantic story is. Did I not mention sometime back that I'm excellent in romantic. Oh, it doesn't fall under romantic genre. Forget it. As the butter and masala dosa glided into our respective tummies, we just went on a drive and almost hit, I don't know where, we just went on. Well, I could hear a few animals talking. I felt that I got a supernatural power, but the bird over there was alerting the guard not to let these two into the zoo as they would spoil our romantic life. Please kick them out. Oh, freak. The birds and the animals also knew about me for that matter. Great. I in my jamas and with a few ghee, yes, the classified butter drops on my t shirt. We continued our journey and then we landed up in a musical instrument shop. We spoke there for some time and we bought a violin. Well, I also need to say that I got an opportunity to, book that space for the book launches. Yes, a couple of book launches are also going to happen. The story didn't end here. We went back to school to pick our little Dino, and that's when the physics and the Kaapi story happened. Little Dino said, "Let's go for a movie." And we all three, in respective avatar, we went to the mall to watch a movie. And what else? We just had a great time. We saw the movie, and there were a lot of stories that was shared. My minion just looked at me and said, "Mama, enough. Let's go home today. We had a great day." And I hugged her back and said, "Yes, it was a beautiful day." Why not? Why not sow the seed of confidence in our children through stories? Nobody has to nip them in the bud, but they will be themselves. If the latter, if the later, yes, shouldn't happen, we shouldn't nip in the bud, right? What stories are we sharing with them is something we have to really think about. Stories are powerful. Stories are not, yes, need not be an essay always. Story can be those one mark, one word answers too. It's not about the patience, it's about the perseverance to share a story and to listen to a story. Because children, when they come back from their school, they have lots of stories, just not in their mind. Their entire body carries a story with them. Just observing them, just observing how their eyes dance, how they wave their hands in the air, and how they jump with the 2 feet like they are in the air. They have a lot of stories to share. And when we listen to them, they also listen to our story. And that's the time you can pin the subjects, physics or maths or whichever is a subject, through a story. See you soon. I have lots more letter to share with you all. And yes, as always, stay tuned. Soon I will be sharing the next guest details in my Kaapi and the Conversations show. This is your Mira, the Dino in the Oasis, or if you want to call it as Dino in the Oasis. Thank you for listening. Share your thoughts. Let me know what you feel about the show or this episode. And I would love to make a note of your experiences, be it a feedback or an experience. I would embrace it because, like you wish to share, I wish to absorb and grow. Life is all about nudging each other. That's the story I wish to carry always with me. Tada, bye bye. Thanks again for listening to me on Dino and Isis. Bye bye.